champion, the Atlanta Smoke. I'm Eric Lopez here with you, and this is game 2 of the 3-game series. Last night was game 1 that saw the Monarchs come away with an 8-2 win. As you look at the highlights from last night, Jada Cody for the Smoke got the scoring started in the 3rd inning with an RBI single that make it 1-0. They would add a run in the 5th on a sac fly by Kiki Malloy, but that was all they would get from Caitlin Felton. Of course, Jayla Wright was pitching magnificent, but Mac Barbara broke to score it in the 6th for the Monarchs with an RBI single to the right, and Julia Kananopoulos with a bases-loaded clearing double that gave the Monarchs a 5-2 lead, and then Kylie Sand with a 3-run homer to close the door on the Monarchs' victory over the Smoke. An 8-run 6th inning last night to gave the Monarchs game 1 of this 3-game series. And now you look at Aspen Wesley, the starting pitcher for the Monarchs today, coming off a great legendary career at Mississippi State, former All-SEC performer, getting the ball for this Monarchs team, looking to try to win a series here against the defending champion Smoke. And you look at the Smoke dugout, we'll see they led throughout most of game 1 yesterday up until that 6th inning. And they'll look to regroup here, and it'll be Janae Jefferson will lead it off for the Smoke. A 3-time All-American out of Texas will be followed by Coco Woolley, the rookie out of Texas A&M at shortstop, with Jada Cody, and batting 3rd with Charlotte Eccles, batting cleanup Morgan Howell, batting 5th Kiki Malloy, batting 6th with Jasmine Hill, batting 7th. Michaela Timmons, the rookie at batting 8th, and Elizabeth Mason, the catcher, hitting 9th for the Smoke. Glad you can join us wherever you are. First pitch from Orlando here at the UCF Softball Complex is a ball, and we're underway. 1-0 the count to Janae Jefferson. There's the 1-0 pitch from Wesley. Missed high, 2-0 the count. It's a hot, sticky day here in Orlando. 90 degrees. Very humid. For this game 2 of this 3-game series. The 2-0 pitch. Jefferson swung and kind of looked for a showing bunt there. It takes a strike, 2-1. Jefferson was, of course, part of that Texas team that played for the National Championship 2022. Got to be thrilled with her alma mater winning the national title here about a month ago. She swings and hits one to left, but Kotzelnick is under it and makes the catch for the first down of the ball game. So Jefferson retired on the fly out. There you see Stormy Kotzelnick, part of this Monarchs defense. Of course, the rookie from UCF. Knows this field very well, knows how to play the outfield. And, of course, she's playing over at left field with this defense coming with Coleman at right field. As Woolley, the rookie from A&M, swings and fouls it off. Is 0-1. Morgan Smith over at center, shying a little bit towards left center a little bit. With the rookie Woolley. 0-1 pitch. Slap to 3rd. Skaggs is there. Throw to 1st in time. Nice job by Allie Skaggs to get the 2nd out as Coco Woolley is retired. 2 up, 2 down. Here at the top of the 1st, that'll bring up Jada Cody to the plate. Look at the last play. Nice slap ball there by Woolley, but Skaggs was prepared. Showing off of that glove, of course, that made her the 2023 Gold Glove Award winner and Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. That way she played at Arizona. Now Cody takes a strike, or an 0-1 the count to Jada Cody. Of course, this is her home return where she played at UCF from 2020 to 2024. Starting at first base tonight. Only played a couple of times at first base during her UCF career. She played mostly 3rd base, catch, and some left field during her UCF time. Had a game at 2nd base and a game at 1st base during her illustrious career at UCF. Her and Shannon Doherty tied for the most wins by a UCF player in the history of the program. The 1-1 to Cody. That's 2-1. Cody was an All-American, D1 softball All-American in 2022, set the school record in single-season RBIs, breaking the legendary Stephanie Best, who, of course, played at UCF and had a long, lengthy pro career. 2-1 pitch. Cody takes inside, 3-1. Cody's got a lot of family members in attendance. They made the drive here. They're going to drive up to Georgia for the Smokes home opener this weekend, where they host the New York Rise.
He's low.
Starting on July 4th. The 3-1 pitch. Cody swings, fouls it off. Out of the right side. Cody's family, of course, lives in California, which is where Jada's from. Drove in an RBI last night. Going 1 for 3. Wesley with a payoff pitch. Cody tomahawks one to left. Kotsonek makes the catch. Cody's former teammate Stormy Kotsonek, they played together at UCF in 2024, and Kotsonek robs her of a base hit. What a play defensively by Kotsonek as she dives here and robs Cody of a hit and ends the top of the first. The Monarchs will come to the plate. Kotsonek will hit second when we return. There you see Donnie Goburn. Of course, made a name for herself in South Carolina. Got the Gamecocks to the regional final in Tallahassee in 2023, a win away from the Super Regionals. Getting the ball here for the Smoke. Game 2 of this 3-game series. She'll face Alex Coleman, the rookie from North Carolina, who will lead it off for the Monarchs. Goburn, first pitch up high. Expect a lot of gas thrown from Goburn. She throws as hard as it gets in softball. There you see Coleman, who played this year for Megan Smith Lyon in North Carolina after starting her career at Marshall with Megan Smith Lyon. Coleman slaps it foul. Count as a ball and a strike. 1-1 the count. The left-handed hitting Coleman. Will be followed by Stormy Kotsonek. Pitch is went around in Coleman, they say, and it's a count of 1-2. Kotsonek hitting the 2 spot. Mac Barbara hitting 3. It's pretty much the same lineup for the Monarchs as last night. That offense exploded for 8 runs in the bottom of the 6th to get that 8-2 win. Coleman slaps one to the left. That will drop for a hit. A leadoff single for Coleman. And a good start for the Monarchs here at the bottom of the 1st. Let's take a look here as Donnie Goldberg giving up the single. There's defense. Kiki Malloy there in left field with Jasmine Hill at center. Morgan Howard right with Eccles at third, Woolley at short, Jefferson at second. There's Jada Cody at first base with Elizabeth Mason behind the plate. And again, Cody made a couple of starts at first base in her UCF career on this field. Kotzonek with a sac bunt. Goldberg will field throw to first in time with Jefferson fielding to first base coming over from second. It's a sac bunt for Stormy Kotzonek. That advances Coleman to second base. And that'll set the stage here for Mac Barbara, the rookie from Texas A&M. Kind of unique, facing her former teammate, Coco Woolley. Both were part of the Aggies team this past year. That was the #1 overall national seed and co-SEC tournament champions. Of course, played at San Diego State prior to that. Part of that super regional team with the Aztecs in 23. Gets an opportunity here. Takes a ball. Facing Donnie Goldberg. 2-0 the count to Mac Barbara. Two-0 pitch. Their first strike, 2-1. Two-one pitch. It's a ground ball to first. There's Cody. Will touch the bag at first to get Barbara out. Coleman advances to third with now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 1st. There comes Allie Skaggs to the plate. Decided to be playing pro ball here. Playing here with her dad in attendance among family members. Making the trip to watch Skaggs play here this week. Swinging and missing there, 0-1 the count to Allie Skaggs, who of course got to play for both Mike Kendrea and Caitlin Lowe. The 0-1. Miss Skaggs was part of that Arizona team in Kendrea's last year in 2021, and of course then it played for Caitlin Lowe, who got promoted from associate head coach to head coach. A ball and a strike to count to Skaggs. It's missed outside for a ball. 2-1 to count. Coleman at third base with 2 outs. That's up high, and it's 3-1 to Skaggs. Three-one pitch. Fouled off there to third. It's 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, the count. Payout pitch. High ball 4. Skaggs draws a walk. 2 on, 2 out here in the 1st. Bring up Alyssa Garcia to the plate. So Garcia will step in. But first and third, 2 outs here in the 1st. First pitch, a strike. It's 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball one. 1-1 to Garcia. Coleman led off this inning with a single. She's at third base. Allie Skaggs at first base. There you see Coleman at third, held by Eccles. And then you got Skaggs at first. Garcia grounds to second. Jefferson's there. Will throw to first in time to retire the side. Monarchs get a hit. Strand 2. We're through 1 here at Orlando. No score between the Monarchs and the Smoke. Welcome back. There you see the wind has all of a sudden picked up here in Orlando, going right to left. Some clouds are starting to come over here. That's hopefully kind of stays away. As we'll get set for the top of the second inning on this hot 90-degree day. As it'll be Charlotte Eccles to lead it off here for the Smoke. Going against the Monarchs. Aspen Welby. Yeah, the first time we've seen some wind here so far in this series. It was a perfect day yesterday. No wind, not really any clouds to be found yesterday. Here we've got some clouds that we're going to certainly be watching. One of the reasons why this game started a few minutes early. As Eccles takes ball one. Eccles will be followed by Howe and Malloy. But yeah, interesting to follow this with the wind picking up, going right to left. So that means the ball is probably going to fly out, and any ball to the left could be interesting. A ball and a strike. The count here to Eccles. Time called here. Some equipment check. Make sure they're properly fixed. To Charlotte Eccles. Ball and a strike here. Top of the second in game 2 of this 3-game series. And the wind really picking up now. As the 1-1, Eccles hits it to the right side of second. Backhand play by Flaherty. Throw to first in time. A nice job by Devin Flaherty to get Eccles. 4-3 on the ground out for the first out here in the top of the second. Good to see Flaherty back as you look at this last play. Eccles hitting that ball pretty well, but Flaherty, the forward, with a nice backhand to get Eccles out. Former Seminole getting the former Gator out on that one. Flaherty back from an injury. You see wearing a face mask on her face. Got hurt on the Bahamas right before the eve of the season. And she's back. So now Howell at the plate. With no one on and one out. Howell takes low for a ball. 1-1 the count. You see Morgan Howell played at Arizona State for a couple of years. The 1-1 in the dirt. Good block by Garcia there. Of course, last night, Monarchs got a complete game from their rookie, Caitlin Felton, picking up the victory at her home here at UCF. Two and one the count. It's a strike and it's 2-2. Two balls, two strikes to count. The pitch. Up high, ball three. 3-2 as Howell's worked the count there against Wesley. Payoff pitch coming. Howell gets jammed, pops it up towards first. As the play is made by Kusinopoulos. Kusinopoulos making a play for the second out here in the second. Got to bring up Kiki Malloy. Malloy will hit here. The former All-American from Tennessee hits here with no one on, two out. Malloy walked, was hit by a pitch yesterday. Drove in a run on a sac fly that gave the Smoke a 2-0 lead at the time in the fifth inning. The 0-1 pitch to Malloy. It's outside for a ball, 1-1. Ball and a strike to count. That is missed high, 2-1. What's unique about this stadium is normally when the wind's blowing out, it comes left to right, at least during the spring, during the college season. Missed low there. Rarely is it blowing out from right to left like this. Three balls and a strike to Kiki Malloy. Malloy hits a high pop-up. Skaggs fighting the sun. The wind actually took it. There's that wind we talked about. The wind took a hold of that one, and it drops for a hit. Let's take a look here. You see Skaggs. First of all, she's fighting the sun, but then the wind, you see moving it around, swirling. And that's what's interesting. The wind's blowing right to left, but then it'll swirl back in. Makes it very tricky sometimes at this stadium. Malloy will take it for a hit. So that'll bring up now Jasmine Hill.
Tighter the better.
Takes a strike. Jazz Hill here at the plate. 1-1. Runner goes, pitches a strike, throw to second, not in time. And Malloy gets her second steal of this series. First one today, and puts herself in scoring position with a 1-2 count with 2 outs here in the second inning. One, two, Hill grounds it past Skaggs and into left field. They'll hold Malloy at third. And it's runners at the corners for the Smoke with 2 outs here in the second. The rookie Michaela Timmons will come to the plate. Timmons, the rookie out of Ball State. MAC Player of the Year. An illustrious career at Ball State there, representing. Hitting here with 2 on, 2 out for the rookie. Timmons takes a strike from Wesley, and it's 0-1. Malloy at third, Hill at first. Pitch outside. Big situation here. Smoke trying to get on the board first with a 2-out rally here. Back-to-back hits. Timmons takes a strike. It's 1-2. Malloy with that infield hit on that pop-up that Skaggs had trouble with the wind and the sun a little bit. And then Hill with the single. The 1-2 pitch. That's hit to third. Skaggs is there. Will throw to first in time to retire the rookie Timmons and the Smoke here in the second inning. And Smoke get no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Strand 2. We're through an inning and a half here in Orlando. Still no score. Bottom of the second here in Orlando. No score between the Smoke and the Monarchs. Monarchs will have Morgan Smith to lead it off in the 6th spot. 6, 7, 8 to hit for the Monarchs here in the bottom of the second. Smith Annapolis and Flaherty, the scheduled hitters for the Monarchs here against Donnie Goldborn. First pitch to Goldborn for a ball, 1-0 the count. One to know the count. Goldborn delivers for a strike. It's a ball and a strike. Game 3 tomorrow, scheduled for tomorrow at 6 Eastern. That's up high. Ball 2, 2-1. Donnie Goldborn against Morgan Smith. Look at Smith the last couple of years, of course, was a Scarlet Knight. Playing for Kristen Butler, former professional player herself. That ball is hit deep to center field. It's carried. He's carried. It's off the wall. Smith sliding into second. She's out on a perfect throw. And the Smoke get a huge out. As Smith tried to dig in for a double, gets thrown out at second base for the first down in the second on a perfectly executed defense by the Smoke. So look at the replay. The ball was hit, rushed to center, the deepest part of the park. But you see the tag made by Woolley on the play there by the center fielder. Big, big play. Jasmine Hill with the throw from center field, the rook, the second year out of Texas A&M, but the perfect throw to her former teammate, KK Woolley, to get the out. Of course, now reunited once again, Woolley and Jasmine Hill.
Let's go.
Played together a couple years ago in the A&M. Making a big defensive play to keep it scoreless here. Nobody on, one out. The 2-0, Julia at the plate takes a strike. It's 2-1. Two balls and one strike to count. The pitch. It is 3 balls and a strike. Three and one to count. That's outside, ball 4, and a walk. So 1 on, 1 out. Devin Flaherty will come to the plate. So now Flaherty to hit with 1 on, 1 out. Runner at first here and 1 out. Flaherty, of course, former Seminole. Part of the Florida State teams that played for the National Championship Series in 2021, 2023. It's here with 1 on, 1 out. That's missed for a ball.
No, I sneezed when I was live and my camera shook really bad.
The 1-0 pitch. It's there, 2-0. The wind has at least subsided a little bit. It's 2-0 pitch. It's a strike, and it's 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike to count. Flaherty got a piece of that, and the count is, it's going to be 2-2. Kind of try to drag a bunt, it looked like there, at least show, go to the right side. Maybe test out Cody at first base. Maybe also try to get Julie over to second at the same time. That is up high, ball 3. So Flaherty's worked the count full, 3-2. Payoff pitch. Strike 3 looking, they call her out, strike out for Goburn inside corner. First strikeout of the ball game for Donnie Goburn comes with now for the second out here in the second inning. So now Kylie Sand will come to the plate. She hit the big 3-run homer in the 6th inning last night. Takes ball 1, 1-0 the count. That capped off an 8-run, 4-hit 6th inning for the Monarchs. As the Monarchs would win it 8-2. The 1-0. It's a strike. It's 1-1. This is the 5th meeting this season between the Monarchs and the Smoke. They played 3 games in the Bahamas where the Smoke won 2 out of 3, winning game 2 and 3 as Sand swings that one upstairs and the count is 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. It's foul back. Julie over at first base. 2 outs here in the second. And that's slapped to second. Jefferson will touch Julia, the runner, to end the inning. A promising inning for the Monarchs, but they get a hit, but they strand 1. We're through 2. Still no score here on this Tuesday evening in Orlando.
Tinsley, look at 1.
Top of the 3rd. There you see some birds fly to their usual seating space to watch some softball. No matter if it's spring or summer, whether it's college or the professional ranks. Like right now, watching The Monarchs and the Smoke here at the top of the third. Elizabeth Mason to lead it off for the Smoke. She'll be followed by Jefferson and Woolley. 9-1-2. Elizabeth Mason, of course, part of the FSU National Championship team in 2018 for Lonnie Alameda. Strike 0-2 the count. Who was announced on Friday that she will be inducted into the Florida Sports Hall of Fame this November. The 0-2 to Mason is in the dirt by Wesley. Count is 1-2. The sun is back out after disappearing briefly. There was some concern, but some good blue skies are starting to pop up with the sun. That's a good sign, we hope. 1-2. Easy for me to say. I'm in the booth. These players are playing in conditions that are in the mid-90s right now. Summer softball. A ball and a strike to count. And where did that? Was that a called strike there? We'll assume so. Aspen, Wesley. 2-2 is the count. Of course, Mason and Wesley battling here. On the 2-2 pitch. Mason hits a high fly ball to deep left field. Kotzelek goes back at the fence. It's gone. See ya. Solo home run as the Smoke get on the board first on the solo home run by Elizabeth Mason. And it's 1-0 Smoke here in the third. Let's take a look at that last pitch. That just kept carrying there, and Kotzelek knew it. Having played here. So the native of Tampa, Florida, Elizabeth Mason with a solo homer here in the third, giving the Smoke a 1-0 lead. Janae Jefferson will step in. First pitch from Wesley to Jefferson is outside for a ball.
I'm not wasting trees. Save the trees. Yeah, you could give it to somebody else. You don't have to print another one.
The 1-0. Check swing. Bloop to right. It's going to drop for a hit. Janae Jefferson with the excuse me single here in the third inning for the Smoke. Took that one for an excuse me. She'll take it. Now Woolley, the rookie, will step in. Still nobody out. Here in the third inning. First pitch low to Woolley. Of course, Aspen Wesley pitched at Mississippi State, was an all-SEC performer. Learned from, among others, Taryn Moat. Taryn Moat in their last senior year. She was the pitching coach at Mississippi State for as Wesley had an all-SEC year. Her best year was under Taryn Moat. Count is 1-1. Sona Halajan warming up in the bullpen for the Monarchs. 1-1 is missed outside, no swing. 2-1 the count.
No, I have no idea. Wait, was that actually right? Are you serious? That was joking.
The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count.
Are the babies called goblets?
The 2-2 pitch. That's slapped into left. It will drop for a hit. It drops in front of Kotzelnick, who will play it in. And it's a single for Woolley. And so 2 on, nobody out here in the 3rd inning. A home run and back-to-back singles as now Jada Cody will come to the plate. So Cody steps in. We'll see what Cody does here with 2 on, nobody out. She had an RBI single in last night's game up the middle in the 3rd inning that gave the Smoke a 1-0 lead. That was off her former teammate, Caitlin Felton, former UCF teammate. As Cody goes bunt, and Jefferson took off halfway and then decided, I'm going to go back to second. Garcia playing it safe there, making sure Jefferson went back to second base. Count is 0-1 to Cody. Takes this time around, and it's ball 1. 1-1 to count. Got good speed in the base paths with Jefferson at second and Woolley at first. Cody lined out to left in her first at bat. Chicks one up and in there. That was a play where Kotzelnick robbed her of a hit. The ball looked like it was going to go towards left center gap. Kotzelnick dove and make the catch. Two balls and a strike to count to Cody from Wesley. Oh, good pulling the strings there was Wesley. Count is 2-2. Of course, these two, Wesley and Cody, have a history. They played each other in college back in 2023 and in 2024 when UCF and Mississippi State played. They played 1 year in Clearwater in 23 and played at Mary Nutter in 2024. 2-2 pitch. Cody gets jammed, fouls it to third base. Down, foul ball. And the count remains 2-2. Two pitch. Cody tomahawks a pop-up to short. Kylie Sand is there, makes the catch to get the out. First out here in the 3rd inning as Cody is retired. Going to bring up Charla Eccles to the plate. Grounded out to second back in the 2nd inning. She hits here with 2 on, 1 out here in the 3rd inning.
Thanks, Tinsley. I'll take it home. It makes me feel better. I'll read it before I go to bed. Yeah.
First pitch to Eccles, outside, ball 1. Jefferson at second, Woolley at first. The 1-0. Eccles fouls it off out of play. Count is a ball and a strike. One and one the count. It's outside, 2-1. Eccles was an All-American at Florida. under Tim Walton. The 2-1 pitch. Eckel hits one to left. Kotzelneck, though, is under it, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Runners hold as Eccles is retired. And Aspen Wesley has done a nice job here. After giving up the home run in back-to-back singles, has gotten Cody to pop up to short. And now Eccles to fly out to left. Now she faces Morgan Howell. Steps in. First pitch. It's a strike. It's 0-1 the count. Left-handed hitting Howell here. Down to the count 0-1. Try to add to this lead for the Smoke. The 0-1 pitch. It's outside for a ball. 1-1 the count. One pitch. Jammed her, pops it up foul. The good news is all the dark clouds that was towards the right side of the stadium is gone. There's still some on the left side. We'll still monitor that. Ball and 2 strikes to count. A swing and a miss. And Wesley gets the strikeout to end the inning. But the Smoke get on the board on the solo homer by Elizabeth Mason. And at the end of 2.5 here in Orlando, it's the Smoke 1 and the Monarchs nothing. And there you go. Got some dogs in the house today watching some good softball. Here in attendance, bottom of the third, a 1-0 lead for the Smoke over the Monarchs in Game 2 of this 3-game series, with the Monarchs taking Game 1 last night 8-2. Top of the order for the Monarchs with Coleman, Stormy Kotzelneck, and Mac Barber against Donnie Goldborn. First pitch. Oh, they got a piece of Coleman. She's going with her motion. And she's feeling it right now. Showcasing, it looks like, let's see, hit her in that left wrist, which is already taped up. And They will attend to her here. Mentioned Goldberg throws hard. She's been clocked in the past in the low 70s. Not a lot of fun there. Hopefully, just kind of a stinger. Nothing too serious. Trainer's checking her out, moving her hand. She's smiling. That's a good sign. For the young rookie, Alex Coleman, out of North Carolina. North Carolina's SID, Alex Vandenberg, in attendance to get some content on Coleman. Not sure this is what he had in mind. Let's take another look here at that last pitch to see where. Ooh. Yeah. Now, what we don't know is that the umpire going to award her first base, or they're going to say that it's a foul ball. It's going to be one of the two calls. Right now, the more important is Coleman. Yeah, it looks like she's going to get first base. So it is a hit by pitch. She had to earn that one. Got a mitten on to protect her some more there. So Coleman on for the second time in the ballgame. So now Kotzelnick had a sacrifice bunt back in the first inning. Takes ball one outside. Coleman has good speed. As Kotzelnick takes there. The ball and a strike to count. One. Swing and a miss by Kotzelnick. Donnie Goldberg dialed that one up. Blowed past Kotzelnick. Count is 1-2. What 2 pitch? Kotzelnick slap foul. Stormy Kotzelnick at the plate. Trying to get something going here for the Monarchs against Donnie Goldberg. 1-2 swing and a miss. Goldberg went upstairs, challenged Kotzelnick, and won the battle to get her second strikeout of the ball game. One out here in the third. So that'll bring up Mac Barbara.
It looked like she was looking into my eyes.
As you look at this last pitch, get the strikeout. Now Barbara. Grounded out to first back in the first inning. Takes ball one. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count to Barbara. The 2-0 pitch. To strike, it's 2-1. Two-1 pitch. Runner goes, and Coleman, she'll take second without a throw. Pitch was called a strike, but Coleman gets the stolen base and puts herself in scoring position with one out here in the third inning. 2-2 pitch. Mac Barber slices one to left. That's going to be over the head of Malloy. They will send Coleman. She will score all the way from second. It's an RBI single by Mac Barber to tie the game up at 1 apiece. Good piece of hit by Mac Barber, dropping that one to left over the head of Malloy. And Coleman was going to score easily with her speed. And we're tied at 1 here in the third. Allie Skaggs now to the plate. Second ball, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch to Skaggs, outside for a ball. 2-0 with Mac Barber at first base. There is some action in the bullpen for the Smoke with Billy Kerwood, the rookie out of Delaware, warming up. Skaggs swings and misses on that one, and it's 2-1. There you see Kerwood. And a magnificent career at Delaware for head coach Jen Steele. The 2-1 pitch is missed 3-1. Of course, last night, both starters went deep into the ball games. There you see Kerwood. He was the top 100 D1 softball player of the top players of 2025 in the college softball season. The 3-1 pitch, that is hit to right, playable, as the catch is made by Howell for the second out of the inning as Skaggs is retired. Barbara stays at first with 2 outs here at the bottom of the third. That'll bring up Alyssa Garcia. Garcia to hit here with 1 on, 2 out. And a swing and a miss by Garcia, and it's 0-1. Garcia with a comebacker to Goburn. Will throw the first in time to retire the side. But not before the Monarchs tie it up on an RBI single by Mac Barber, scoring Alex Coleman. Ties us up at 1 apiece through 3 here in Orlando. Top of the fourth here in Orlando. Smoke and the Monarchs tied at 1. It'll be Kiki Malloy who'll lead it off here for the Smoke, followed by Jasmine Hill and the rookie Michaela Tibbetts. Going against Aspen Wesley, still in for the Monarchs. Malloy swings first pitch, ground ball to short. Backhand play there by Sand. Throw to first, scooped up by Julia, but not in time as Malloy beats it out. That'll be the second hit for Malloy, both infield hits. Remember, she hit the pop-up to third that the wind kind of played havoc with it and dropped for a hit. And now she gets on for the second time in the ball game. Now Hill. Swings first pitch, fouls it off. Count is 0-1.
It hit the palm tree, it hit the palm tree. Yeah, just look real quick. You can't see, you're too short.
The 0-1 pitch. It's outside for a ball. The 1-1. That's hit to third. Skaggs is there. Throw to second. Nope, they're going to call foul. Foul ball, late call. So we'll do it again. 1-2 now, the count to Hill.
Oh, I'll come up with the name. No.
1-2 pitch from Wesley. That's hit to short. Sand will go to second for 1. Flaherty's there. They'll get the force out to retire Malloy at second. Hill will reach on the fielder's choice. So 1-on-1 out for the rookie Michaela Tibbetts. It's a ground ball to third, foul.
It's a rainbow.
Count is 0-1. Wesley delivers upstairs. That's a ball. 1-1 the count. Hill at first base, reached on the fielder's choice after the infield hit by Malloy to start the inning. And that's a base hit for Timmons, the rookie, into left field. And the Smoke have 2 on, 1 out here in the fourth. Elizabeth Mason will come to the plate. She hit the home run back in the third inning. She will hit here with 2 on and 1 out. Hit one to left back in the third inning. Off Wesley. And for now, stays in. Nice chain off-speed pitch for a strike. It's 0-1 to Mason. Sona Halajan was warming up earlier for the Monarchs. There's no action right now in the bullpen, but she's warmed up in case Wesley gets into trouble. But that's a strike, and Wesley's done a nice job working the count quickly to 0-2 here on Mason. Deal 2. Mason gets a piece of it, pops it up foul territory, and it's off the netting. That remains 0-2. Oh, 2. Mason slices one to right. That ball's carried, but it will stay in the park as Coleman makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Runners tag from second to third. As Hill is now at third with Timmenstein at first on the fly out by Mason. It's a nice job by Coleman. Again, the breeze is still kicking, not as hard as it was a couple of innings ago. But now you got first and third, 2 outs for Janae Jefferson. Jefferson slices it foul. Got a play, 0-1 the count.
Yeah, I've been on the bases, I've been in the dugout, I've been in the pitcher cage, I've been under there, I've been in the cage. I've literally been everywhere. It's because we're camp.
Wesley. Now the 0-1 pitch. Away for a ball. 1-1. One pitch. Jefferson pops it up third. Skaggs has room, makes the catch. Again, the wind trying to pull it back into fair territory, but Skaggs able to hang on. Makes the catch to retire the side and end the Smokes' threat. Smoke, strand 2. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Still tied at 1. That's a good sight with a rainbow out here on this Tuesday early evening here in Orlando. Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Smoke and the Monarchs, tied at 1. Morgan Smith to lead it off here for the Monarchs. Here at the bottom of the fourth against Donnie Gobourn. First pitch, low ball 1. 1 run, 7 hits, no errors for the Smoke. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Monarchs.
I'm taller than you.
The 1-0 pitch is inside, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Check swing, no swing, they say, and it's 3-0. 3-0 is missed. Ball forward, a leadoff walk to Smith here to start the Monarchs' fourth inning. Now Julia to the plate. Let's see what the Monarchs do here with Smith at first. Nobody out of the bottom of the fourth. Do you sacrifice here with Julia to let her hit away? First pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch, up and in, 2-0. See the smoke bullpen. Billy Kerwood was warming up earlier. Now, not much action. That's missed. Colburn right now struggling to find the strike zone. He's thrown 7 balls here to start this inning. And now the bullpen's up. Three-0. That's a strike. First strike of the inning thrown by Donnie Goldborn. That ball's back to Goldborn, who will go to first in time to get the out. But it does advance the runner Howell to second base, or excuse me, Smith to second base. So it basically works out like a sacrifice. And now Devin Flaherty to the plate. So Flaherty comes up here, struck out back in the first at-bat. First pitch outside, ball 1, 1-0 the count. The 1-0. That's missed, 2-0. So Donnie Goldborn has fallen behind the first 3 hitters of the Monarchs here to the bottom of the fourth. Two-0 is missed, 3-0. See if Flaherty takes, she does, it takes ball 4 outside. That's a walk. Second walk of the inning. And it's 2 on, 1 out for Kylie Sand. Now again, you have Autumn Pease warming up now for the Smoke. She came in relief last night in the 6th inning for Jayla Wright. You see Mason and the Smoke here trying to settle down Goldborn, who's been a little wild here in this 4th inning. And it was Sand who hit the 3-run homer off Autumn Pease last night. So I don't expect them to go to that move right here. With Kylie Sand hitting the 3-run homer back in the 6th inning last night. She grounded into a fielder's choice in her first at-bat. She hits here with 2 on, 1 out. She gets jammed here, fouls it to the third base side. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. is missed for a ball. 1-1.
What? Huh? Oh.
The 1-1. Sand takes a strike, and Gober now ahead 1-2. The 1-2, Sand hits it off the end of the bat. It's a fly ball to left. It's going to foul territory, but plenty of room there made as the catch is made by Malloy for a big second out as Sand is retired on the foul out. So runners hold, first and second, 2 outs. As we go to the top of the order with Alex Coleman to the plate. First pitch. It's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Coleman slaps it foul. Out of play. And Goulburn here, after a shaky start to the inning, is a strike away from getting out of it unscathed. Deal 2. It's a ground ball off Eccles' glove and into left field. Runners coming home, and she will score, does. And the Monarchs take the lead 2-1. As Alex Coleman drives in the run, scoring Morgan Smith on a ball deflected off Eccles' glove. You see, slapped the ball, then off Eccles' glove, and with 2 outs, Smith was going all the way and scored easily. And it'll be an RBI hit for Coleman, who took second as the throw went to home. Clutch hit for Alex Coleman. That's got Alex Funderburg racing to the press box as the Tar Heel alum Coleman driving in a run. Now Kotzelnick with runners at second and third. We got so many media relations people in this booth. I think we have more media relations people in this booth than we do in a normal tournament. Kotzelnick here ahead of the count 1-0. Still second and third as the Monarchs now have the lead 2-1. Kotzelnick taking the pitch. The ball and a strike to Kotzelnick. Coleman's at second base. Flaherty at third. That's up and in. Two balls and a strike. Kotzelnick holds the swing. And it's 3-1. Goulburn on a 3-1 pitch. Takes ball 4. Kotzelnick gets on with a walk. Bases are now loaded with 2 outs. 3 walks in the inning by Goulburn. Mac Barber now to the plate. Big spot here. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Three walks and a hit in the inning. Barber takes ball 1. And Goulburn, that's been a theme in this city, has fallen behind hitters pretty much the whole inning. 1-0. Barbara drills one. Deep right. Back. Wall. Gone. See ya. Grand slam. Mac Barbara. And the Monarchs extend the lead to 6-1 on the Grand Slam homer by the rookie Mac Barbara. Well, you're falling behind as often as Gobert. Gobert knew it, as you saw right there. As soon as she let the pitch go, that bat was contacted. There was no doubt Mac Barbara, arguably with the most strongest power in this Monarchs lineup, and a no-doubter with the grand slam. And the Monarchs with a 5-run fourth inning, and they have knocked out Donnie Goborn from this ball game. A 6-1 lead for the Monarchs. We'll tell you about the new smoke pitcher when we return. Here at the bottom of the fourth, Monarchs with a 5-run lead.
It took me that whole time to get it on, Jordan. I'm putting my rain jacket on. No, just kidding. I didn't bring it. Nope, it's not.
Circle pitching for the smoke, number 36, Autumn Pease.
Jordan, I saw that.
I didn't hit the grand slam. I started hitting it.
The third baseman, number 99, Ali Stack.
Autumn Pease is the new pitcher for the Smoke, making her second consecutive appearance in as many nights. As she faces Allie Skaggs, takes ball one. 1-0 the count. Pease came in relief yesterday
Fucking rain jacket.
for Jayla Wright in the 6th inning. This time comes in the 4th inning with 2 outs for Donnie Goldborn, who just struggled in that 4th inning. The Monarchs made her pay with 5 runs in the inning, highlighted by the grand slam by Mac Barbara. 2-0 the count to Skaggs.
I'll lock it down where the batter would be. Now my Zoom stopped working.
That's a strike. It's 2-1. Two-one pitch. It's a strike. It's 2-2.
Alright, I'm coming.
He's just trying to get the Smoke out of this jam. Get out of the city, I should say, with no further damage. The 2-2. It's in the dirt. Ball 3. 3-2. The Monarchs have been disciplined with their approach as some rain now starts coming down. Ironic is that. We were worried about it. There were some scattered showers in the forecast. And now the rain has come down. We were hoping it would hold off a little longer. Last night it started raining about an hour or so after the conclusion of the game. But the rain has picked up. See if they can try to finish this inning. Hopefully it's one of those typical summer Florida showers that quickly passes through. As Skaggs swings and misses, as Pease gets the strikeout to end the inning. But not before the Monarchs strike for 5 runs, highlighted by the grand slam by the rookie Mac Barber. And at the end of 4, it's the Monarchs with a 6-1 lead. Top of the 5th here in Orlando, a 6-1 lead for the Monarchs. As Aspen Wesley here back to work now with a 5-run lead to work with. Will face the 2-3-4 hitters in the Smoke lineup with Woolley, Cody, and Eccles. Still raining. The good news is it's not super hard. And considering how hot it was, I'm sure some of these players don't mind a little bit of a cool-off period. And cooling it off here a little bit. It was in the 90s. So I think this has a chance to be one of those showers that hopefully passes through. The thing to watch is the grip of the ball. And so far, Wesley's pretty good at 1-1. It's low 2-1. 2 balls and a strike to count. The 2-1 pitch. Woolley foul down the left third base side. Of course, we got a great crew working the elements. It's got the umbrellas. Got Cade over there by the dugout, third base side. Oh, there's Jordan, the pro. She was ready. Look at that. She was ready to go behind home plate. Jordan peeling. 2-2. That's missed high. 3-2 the count. Just among the camera people we got.
My Zoom's not working.
Big pitch coming here with Wesley against the young rookie Woolley. That's hit up the middle and through. Base hit. And a leadoff single for Woolley. Her second hit of the game comes here in the 5th inning. Try to get a spark rally going here for the Smoke. That'll bring up Jada Cody to the plate. So Cody comes up with 1 on, nobody out. Second year with the Smoke. Part of that WPF championship a year ago, was an all-WPF player. Takes ball 1. Of course, played her entire collegiate career at UCF. Of course, had some time with the U.S. national team as well. Played over in Japan for the All-Star Series. A couple years ago, Cody takes for a ball. 2-0 the count. Cody was part of a UCF team that made the NCAA tournament.
I can't see shit through this.
All 4 years that she played at UCF. Including hosting a regional in 2022. Cody hits it foul. Knights would go to the Super Regionals that year for losing to eventual national champion Oklahoma.
I can't even operate with the song.
Cody helped UCF win a couple of conference American championships in 22-23. Ranks among the best in all the offensive categories. It's pretty much top 3 in every single significant offensive category. Top 2, really. She's the all-time leader in doubles. She fouled that one off the right side.
How does this go?
And here, trying to get the Smoke offense going here. Trailing 6-1 here in the 5th.
Like, how am I supposed to operate with the song?
The 2-2 pitch. That's upstairs. Ball 3 gets away, and Woolley will take second as the ball gets away from Gershon. Now it's going to try to go to third and will be successful. Going all the way from first to third was Woolley. An aggressive approach. And it paid off for her as she's in third base with nobody out. The rain has stopped for the most part now. Some of the faithful coming back. Still some sprinkle, but not as bad as it was a few minutes ago. Cody tomahawks it foul, and it's full 3-2. Bullpen for the Monarchs up with Sona Halajan, who's warmed up earlier. Ready if called upon.
They're perfect.
There's, you see Sona there in the bullpen.
That's not because it was clear.
The payoff pitch. Cody drops a base hit into left field. An RBI single by Jada Cody. Gets the Smoke within 4, 6-2, as Woolley scores from third. Second RBI of the series for Cody. And you see the base hit, very vintage Jada Cody. Taking the pitch, finding a hole. That's why she's second all-time at UCF in RBIs and held the single season record in RBIs set in 2022. Tries a run there to put it 6-2. Eccles fouls it off, and the count is 0-1. This Smoke offense very capable of making up this ground and then some.
What is? Oh, the recovery, yeah. It's really hard.
0-1 the count to Eccles with Cody at first base.
I don't want to get your screen wet.
It's outside for a ball.
Yeah. I mean, that's... I can bring over an umbrella. Do you think that would be better? I have a little tiny umbrella.
It's okay. I mean, there's only 2.5 innings left. I'll manage.
Well, it should
It
stop
won't be my best shooting. But
Yeah, but this is
how do I turn on autofocus?
1-1.
I can't even get to the focus.
Eccles hits a fly ball to left center, but playable
Thank you.
as the catch is made by Morgan Smith for the first out here in the 5th. Cody staying at first base. As Morgan Howell will come to the plate. First pitch low for a ball. 1-0 the count. Rain right now. Still raining. Not as hard as it was 5-10 minutes ago. The 1-0 is missed. 2-0. It's definitely cooled off the field, and I don't think any player is going to mind that. The 2-0 pitch. Missed there. 3-0. If Howell were to get on, that would bring up Hill with 2 on and 1 out. The 3-0 is missed. Low ball forward. Howell gets on a walk. So 2 on, 1 out. Jasmine Hill will come to the plate, and that's going to be it for Aspen Wesley, who will go 4 1/3 and will give way. I'll tell you about the new Monarchs pitcher when we come back here in the top of the 5th. Monarchs still in control, up 6-2, but the Smoke are threatening.
Circle pitching for your Monarchs, number 98, Sona Halacha.
New pitcher for the Monarchs in Sona Halajan. Second-year pro, of course, played at UCF on this very field. And pitching here for the first time since her senior weekend in May of 2024 when UCF hosted Oklahoma. As she delivers the first pitch strike, 0-1 the count. To Kiki Malloy, by the way, who's the scheduled hitter here. Malloy hitting with 2 on, 1 out, then Hill. That's fouled off. Hill is on deck. So Kiki Malloy at the plate. And the count is 0-2. With Sona coming out of the bullpen here. He's been used as a reliever and a starter so far for the Monarchs this year. There you see Malloy. The 0-2 and it's hit foul. Oh, and 2 the count. To Kiki Malloy. The 0-2 from Sona. Malloy reaches for it, pops it up foul, out of play. Malloy 2 for 2 tonight with 2 singles. Certainly capable with one swing to get the smoke right back in it. The 0-2 pitch. Malloy delivers base hit to left field. Her 3rd hit of the night. Coming around and scoring will be Jada Cody on the RBI single by Kiki Malloy, and it's 6-3. What a game for Malloy. She hits that one. She has seen the ball well this week, and here tonight specifically. And then Cody got a good jump and was going to score easily. There's the throw, got cut off. And just like that, the Smoker within 3 now, 6-3. Now Jasmine Hill will come to the plate, representing the tying run. First pitch, a ball, 1-0 the count. One and 0 the count. That is hit up the middle, through, base hit. Throw home is not in time and wide as the run scores, as Howell scores on an RBI single by Jasmine Hill, and it's 6-4. Jasmine Hill, good piece of hitting. Dropping that hit. Scoring Howell. Now you've got Malloy at second, Hill at first for the rookie Michaela Tibbetts in a 2-run ball game. And so in a game that was dominated by pitching early, has become an offensive shootout here. The 0-1. One and one the count. Sona delivers. It's a dirt. Runner goes, and Malloy takes third. And Hill takes second. It's almost like the rain that dropped heated up the Smokes' bats. As they have been hitting, responding after the Monarchs scoring 5 in the 4th. The 2-1 pitch. It's a strike, it's 2-2. Two pitch. Timmons slices to right center. That's going to drop in for a hit off the wall and tie the game at 6 on a 2 RBI single by the rookie Timmons. As Malloy and Hill scores, and we got a brand new game at 6-6. All of this with just one out. And we'll see, as now the Monarchs bullpen back at work. So we got a 6-6 ball game. As the Smoke has responded with 5 runs of their own here in the top of the 5th after the Monarchs scored 5 in the bottom of the 4th. They're going to have a pinch runner, the Smoke will, for Timmons, with Anna Marie Bruni, who started last night in center field. Of course, great base runner in her illustrious career in South Florida. So it makes sense she would be here running with 1 out here in the 5th in a 6-6 game. Now Mason. There goes Bruni. The throw to second by Garcia is not in time. And right on point, Bruni gets the stolen base and gets herself into scoring position. The 1-0. It's in there for a strike. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. It's a strike, and it's a ball and 2 strikes to count to Mason. The 1-2, Mason hits a high pop-up left field. Kotsonek has room and makes the catch in foul territory for the second out of the inning. Big out there by Soda to get Mason. So now top of the order in Janae Jefferson. First pitch, high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. To Janae Jefferson with Bruni at second. 2 outs here in the 5th. Jefferson grounds to short, off Sands' glove, and everybody's safe. Bruni stays at third. And it's first and third with 2 outs. Now Woolley, who started this inning with a single to start this comeback for the Smoke, fouls it off. And the count is 0-1. As the Smoke has batted around here in the 5th. First and third. The 0-1 pitch. Jefferson goes, will take second without a throw. That ball is sliced to left, but Kotsonek comes in to make the catch to retire Woolley and the Smoke, but does not before the Smoke respond with 5 runs in the top of the 5th. And we got a 6-6 game going to the bottom of the 5th here in Orlando. Autumn Peas at the Smoke and the Monarchs in a 6-6 game. Alyssa Garcia to lead it off here. In a wild back and forth affair. 6 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Smoke. 6 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Monarchs. Garcia fouls it off. Garcia will be followed by Smith in this inning for the Monarchs. Oh, and 2 the count. That is outside for a ball. 1-2 the count. One ball, 2 strikes the count. That's missed. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes the count. Garcia fly pops up to second. The catch is made for the first out. So 1 out. That'll bring up Morgan Smith. One out. That's a ball. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch. It's a ground ball to short. Fielded cleanly by the young rookie Woolley, makes the play. There's 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. So Julia now will come to the plate. First pitch, a ball. 1-0 the count. The rain has basically stopped, just as we thought, a typical summer Florida shower, fortunately, which helped cool off the temperatures. It was in the 90s most of the day. It's a strike, and the count is 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is missed. 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike to count. That's missed. 3-1. Julia had that big bases loaded clearing double in last night's game in the 6th inning that gave the Monarchs at the time a 5-2 lead. And that is missed ball 4. So a 2-out walk given up by Autumn Peas. That'll bring up Devin Flaherty to the plate. So now Flaherty to hit with 1 on, 2 out here in the 6th. It's a ground ball to third, foul. The 0-1 pitch. Flaherty should bunt there, pop foul. Flaherty has struck out and walked in this ball game. Oh, and 2 the count. It's outside for a ball. 1 and 2 the count. One and 2 the count. Flaherty, it's a fly ball that's hanging right center. As making the catch is Hill to retire the side. Monarchs get a walk, strand 1. We're through 5 here in Orlando on this Tuesday evening. All tied at 6.
The circle pitching for your Monarchs, number 21, Jaden Vickers.
New pitcher for the Monarchs, third one of the night. It's Jaden Vickers. The lefty coming in relief here at the top of the 6th. As she faces Jada Cody. Cody takes ball 1 outside. 1-0 the count to Cody. 1 for 3 tonight for Cody. Lined out to left in the first inning, popped up to short, and then had the RBI single back in the 5th inning. She swings, fouls it off to the right side. And the count is 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Cody drives a base hit into right field. A leadoff single for Jada Cody, her second hit of the ball game. And gets the Smoke off to a good start here at the top of the 6th. Charla Eccles will come to the plate. Eccles will hit here with 1 on, nobody out. We'll see Vickers. First pitch to Eccles. Ball 1, 1-0 the count. So Cody now 2 for 4 tonight after going 1 for 3 last night. 3 hits on the series so far in her homecoming return. Eccles takes a strike. It's 1-1. Of course, this is a bit of a homecoming for Eccles herself. Of course, playing at Florida, Gainesville about 2 hours away from here in Orlando. The 1-1. Eccles hits it off the end of the bat. It's a fly ball to left. Kotzelnick is under it, makes the catch. Cody trying to go to second, and she is going to get gunned down by her teammate, Stormy Kotzelnick. Her former teammate at UCF guns her down for the second out of the inning. What a throw by Kotzelnick. You'll see right there, not even close. Stormy's like, how dare you? You should know better. Play together at UCF in 2024. So 2 gone. Morgan Howell to the plate. With nobody on and 2 outs. That's a big defensive play by the Monarchs. That's hit to the right side. A diving play by Flaherty. A throw to first, not in time. Howell just gets in there with a single, but a great effort by Devin Flaherty. So look at this from a different angle. And Flaherty, great effort by Flaherty there at second base. But Howell able to beat it out with a hit. And now Kiki Malloy, who's 3 for 3 here tonight. 3 singles in this ball game for Malloy. Takes ball 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch. Missed 2-0. Two balls and no strikes to count to Malloy. Vickers on the 2-0. To strike, it's 2-1. They're in the top of the 6. 6 runs, 14 hits. No errors for the Smoke. 6 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Monarchs. Malloy gets a piece of it, fouls it off, and it's 2-2. And a great sight there. Beautiful skies. Not a drop of rain after that brief rain that came by during the 5th inning.
There you are.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count. The pitch from Vickers. Low and outside, it's full. 3-2. Payoff pitch coming. And that's high, ball 4. So Malloy gets on for the 4th time in the ball game, this time via the walk. And it's 2 on, 2 out for Jasmine Hill. And an RBI hit in her last at-bat in that 5-run 5th inning. Takes a strike, it's 0-1. Oh, it wasn't the count. The 0-1 pitch is high for a ball. 1-1. Vickers on a 1-ball, 1-strike count. To Hill. Hits it to first. Julia's there. Will touch the bag at first to retire the side. Good job by Vickers. Gets out of trouble. The Smoke strain 2. We head to the bottom of the 6. All tied at 6. And welcome back. Bottom of the 6. It's all tied at 6. Between the Smoke and the Monarchs, and what's been a good one here in game 2 of this 3-game series. Kylie Sand will lead it off here for the Monarchs, who swings at the first pitch, hits it to left, but Malloy is there. And makes the catch for the first out. As Sand is retired. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the home half of the 6. Gotta bring up Alex Coleman to the plate. Coleman drove in a run in her last at-bat. That was part of that 5-run 4th inning for the Monarchs that gave them a 6-1 lead, only to see the Smoke respond with 5 at the top of the 5th. The first pitch strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Not to strike, it's 0-2. Autumn Pease quickly ahead here of Coleman, who will be followed by Stormy Kotzelnick. The 0-2 pitch fouled off. Count remains 0-2. Six runs, 14 hits. No errors for the Smoke. 6 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Monarchs. The 0-2 pitch. It's fouled off the net. Coleman trying to get on base here. Late bottom of the 6th. This was the inning last night where the Monarchs offense came to life, scoring 8 runs. They were down 2-0 going into that inning. Scored 8 runs on 4 hits in the bottom of the 6th last night. To win that game 8-2. Try to win this series. The 1-2 pitch, swiped foul. So the count remains 1-2. Coleman fighting pitches off here. The 1-2 from Autumn Pease. Coleman hits it foul down the right field, out of play.
I have 2 episodes left.
The 1-2 from Autumn Pease. Strike 3 looking. Frozen. Coleman goes down on strikes for the 2nd out here at the bottom of the 6th. Pease in much more command here tonight in relief than she was last night. Hitting her spots like this one right here to get Coleman. So now that'll bring up Stormy Kotzelnick, who had a sacrifice bunt back in her first at-bat. Has struck out and walked and has scored. That walk came in the 4th inning. Swings and misses there. The count is 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. It's Missed there. Ball one. 1-1 the count to Kotzelnick. Time call. Game 3 tomorrow, 6 Eastern. From the complex here. Third and final game of this series between these two teams. They're going to see a lot of each other. They're going to play again up at Georgia on the weekend of July 11th at the new home for the Monarch, for the Smoke, I should say. And, of course, these two teams will play again here at UCF at the end of this month of July. Hard to believe we're already in July. The Smoke, in fact, will host the New York Rise this weekend on the weekend of July 4th, starting on July 4th. Check out the Atlanta Smoke on Instagram for all the latest on that. Check out the Orlando Monarchs on Instagram for the latest. Ball at a strike, the count. Kotzelnick swings and misses. And the count is 1-2. In fact, the Monarchs, after tomorrow, will have a week off before playing at the Smoke on July 11th. 1-2. Kotzelnick takes for a ball. Their next home game here at UCF will be July 15th against the Florida Vibe in a 2-game series on the 15th and the 16th. Starmy hits it foul. Count is 2-2.
We can't hear him anymore, though. Cams can't.
First, these two teams played at the Bahamas a couple of weeks ago. The Monarchs won the first game of that 3-game series, only to see the Smoke come back and win game 2 and 3. 2-2 the count. And a swing and a miss as Autumn Pease gets Kotzelnick to strike out to end the 6. A 1-2-3-6 for Pease and the Smoke. We are through 6 innings here in Orlando on this Tuesday evening. All tied at 6.
Have all of these games been this long? I knew that was coming. It's Ross's fault it rained.
Designated player number 44, Michaela Simmons.
Top of the 7th on this Tuesday evening in Orlando. Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Atlanta Smoke and the Orlando Monarchs, all tied at 6-6. See Powell Egan checking into the game for the Monarchs as Vickers comes back for the second inning of relief. Delivers a first pitch strike to the rookie Timmons, who will be followed by Mason and Jefferson, the scheduled hitters for the Smoke here in the top of the 7th. A ball and a strike to count. Timmons had that big 2 RBI single to tie the game up at 6 in the 5th inning. He's down in the count 1-2. Six runs, 14 hits, no errors for the Smoke. 6 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Monarchs. Timmons hits a fly ball to right, foul. The Monarchs are scheduled to have the heart of the order coming to the plate in the bottom half of the 7th, with Mac Barbara, Ali Skaggs, and Alyssa Garcia. It was Barbara who hit the grand slam back at the bottom of the 4th. But first things first, this top half of the 7th, with Timmons hitting in the 8th spot for the rookie from Ball State. 1-2. Timmons up the middle and through. Base hit. As Timmons has her third hit of the ball game. She's 3 for 4 now. And gets the Smoke's 15th hit of the night. And the leadoff runner on here to start the 7th. Now Mason will come to the plate, who hit a solo homer back in the top of the 3rd that gave the Smoke the lead, 1-0 at the time. Mason takes away, 0-1 the count. And then, of course, you got the top of the order coming up for the Smoke after Mason. The 0-1. It's outside for a ball. 1-1. The 1-1, and that's lined to center, but the catch is made by Morgan Smith for the first out here in the 7th. Going to bring up Janae Jefferson to the plate after Mason is retired. Jefferson steps in. Runner at first, 1 out. And Jefferson lines a base hit into left center. That's going to go all the way to the gap here, the wall. Timmons is going to come around, and she will score the go-ahead run as the Smoke regain the lead 7-6 on a go-ahead RBI double by Janae Jefferson. Look at the replay. Beautiful swing from Jefferson. And then once that ball got over the wall, you had a feeling Timmons was going to try to score, and she did. So a 7-6 lead for the Smoke. Now Woolley, who helped start the comeback for the Smoke, with that single in the 5th inning that started that 5-run inning. The 0-1 pitch. Butt by Woolley. Vickers will have no play. A vintage Woolley hit. Her 3rd of the night, a bunt single. Jefferson went to 3rd on the play, and it's 1st and 3rd, 1 out here for the Smoke. So 2 on, 1 out. Jada Cody to the plate. He's got 2 hits here tonight. As Woolley takes off and will get second without a throw. And now Cody with runners at second and third. And 1 out here in the 7th inning. Smoke with a 7-6 lead trying to add on to it as Cody takes a strike from Vickers, and the count is 1-1. Smoke was down 6-1 in the top of the 5th. It started raining. And ever since then, though, it's been raining the Smoke's offense. As Cody lines one to right, that's going to drop in for a hit and get 2 runs on the board. As Jefferson scores, Woolley will score. It's a 2 RBI double by Jada Cody to extend the Smoke lead to 9-6. 3 RBIs on the night for Jada Cody. 4 RBIs for Cody so far in this series. And this was just a vintage Jada Cody at swing and at bat. And she sliced that one into right field. And with Jefferson and Woolley, 2 of the fastest runners on the Smoke, there was no doubt they were going to score. And this big night for Jada Cody and the Smoke offense. They now lead 9-6 with Cody at second with a double. Of course, she set the school record here at UCF in most career doubles. Now Eccles. Takes ball 1. 1-0 the count. 17 hits on the night for the Smoke. The 1-0. It's a strike. It's 1-1 the count. Smoke led 1-0 in the top of the 3rd on a solo homer by Mason. Monarchs tied it up at 1. Scored 5 in the 4th to take a 6-1 lead, highlighted by a grand slam by Mac Barbara. Smoke came back with 5 of their own, in the top of the 5th to tie it up at 6, and have scored 3 here in the 7th to lead 9-6. 2-1 to Eccles is low and in, 3-1. Three balls and a strike to count. It's a strike, it's 3-2. Payoff pitch coming to Eccles. Eccles lines it to second, caught by Flaherty. She's going to go to second to double off Cody, who went on contact. And that's a double play to end the inning for the Monarchs, but not before the Smoke scored 3 runs in the inning, highlighted by the RBI double by Janae Jefferson and a 2 RBI double by Jada Cody. Gives the Smoke a 9-6 lead as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
Ball in the top of the 7th inning, 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 0 left on base.
There you see Autumn Pease trying to even up the series for the Smoke. She'll face the heart of the order here for the Monarchs, with Mac Barber to lead it off. Followed by Allie Skaggs and Alyssa Garcia. After the Smoke scored 3 runs in the top 7. Now Barber hit the grand slam back in the 4th. Takes ball 1. 1-0 the count. Mentioned her in the last half inning. Pal Egan was in the game in the outfield. She was in right field for Coleman on that play where Cody hit the double to right field. The 1-0 to Barber. Of course, the Monarchs need some base runners right now. Down 3. Capable of scoring big runs in bunches themselves. They scored 8 last night in the 6th inning. They scored 5 here tonight in the 4th inning. Trailing by 3. The 2-0 to Mac Barber. It's outside, and right now it's 3-0 to Mac. Game 3 of this series, tomorrow night, 6 Eastern scheduled.
Used to live in a Hobbit house.
The question is, will it be the rubber game of this 3-game series, or will the Monarchs be going for a sweep? They'll need a comeback here at the bottom of the 7th to put themselves in that position.
Okay.
The 3-0, it's a ground ball to short. Woolley plays it, throws to first for the first out here in the 7th.
The third baseman, number 99, Allie Skaggs.
So Skaggs will come to the
Cats
plate
need to eat dinner.
with 1 out.
I gotta go home. Yeah, the drive-through, but I give them wet food.
Takes low, ball 1. 1-0 the count.
Pop cups.
So a ball and no strikes to count. To Allie Skaggs with Garcia on deck. 1-0, missed there 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to count. The 2-0 pitch is missed for a strike, 2-1. And Pease has come back to even the count at 2-2. Autumn with a 2-2 pitch. Grounded foul to third base. We'll do it again. Again, the Monarchs need some base runners. Otherwise, this one's gonna sting a little bit. They led 6-1 going into the top of the 5th, and it started raining for a little bit. It was that typical Florida summer shower. And since then, it's been all smoke. 2-2. It's grounded at first. Cody is there. Will touch the bag at first. And the Smoke are now an out away from evening this series at a game apiece. It'll be up to Alyssa Garcia to extend this now for the Monarchs. Of course, it'll be interesting what both sides do for tomorrow. For the Monarchs, Caitlin Felton, the rookie, pitched a complete game last night in the victory. Do they go back to Felton? They started Aspen Wesley tonight. Sona Holligen came in, as well as Vickers in relief. So they may go back to Felton. We'll see. And then, of course, for the Smoke, they started Donnie Goldborn tonight. Autumn Pease has come in relief in both nights. last night for Jayla Wright, who went deep into the 6th inning. And then tonight, Donnie Gobert, who got knocked out in the 4th inning. Still haven't seen the rookie Billy Kerwood from Delaware. The 0-1. It's outside for a ball. 1-1 they count to Garcia. So a ball and a strike to count to Garcia with nobody on, 2 outs here in the 7th. It's outside for a ball. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. It's a strike, and the count is even at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Garcia fouls it off. If Garcia were to extend the game, Morgan Smith would be the scheduled hitter for the Monarchs. The 2-2. Garcia just fouled it off. Autumn Pease, alum from Minnesota, part of that great lineage of great Minnesota pitchers. Sarah Moulton, Sarah Granawagen, Amber Pfizer. There's the 2-2 from Autumn. Just missed, and it's full, 3-2. Payoff pitch coming to Garcia. That's low ball 4. Good at bat by Garcia. Gets herself a walk. And gets the Monarchs. Stays in it. Morgan Smith will hit here. Let's see if the Monarchs go for a pinch runner here, possibly, for Garcia. Looks like that's exactly what's going to be the case. With Skaggs to run. Again, here in the pros, you get to the hitter they hit before that made it out, gets a chance to pinch run. So you got Skaggs at first, 2 outs for Morgan Smith. Who swings the first pitch, fouls it off to the right side, and the count is 0-1. You look at the night Smith has had. If she were to get on base and extend this game, that would bring the tying run to the plate for the Monarchs. There's a strike, and the count is 0-2. No 2 pitch. She went around, and that's a strikeout, and that's the ball game. And the Atlanta Smoke come from behind and win it. Game 2 of this 3-game series in Orlando by a final score of 9-6. 9 runs, 17 hits, 1 error for the Atlanta Smoke. 6 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Orlando Monarchs. Autumn Peas in relief gets the win and evens this series up at a game apiece. Game 3 will be tomorrow night, scheduled around 6 Eastern. We'll have it for you right here, same place, same channel, for the deciding game, the rubber match between the Smoke and the Monarchs. Thanks to our great crew working here with all the inclement weather throughout the week. I'm Eric Lopez. We'll say goodnight from Orlando here at the UCF Softball Complex, where the Atlanta Smoke come from a 6-1 deficit to win it 9-6 to even the series. Game 3, rubber match, will be Wednesday night. Check out the Orlando Monarchs on Instagram as well as the Atlanta Smoke. Good night from Orlando. Smoke win.